Hey y'all, it's Shannon. So I wanted to come at you really quick, but not really quick because you know me and this should be evident at this point, with a little haul. So this is a company that is not new to me, but I honestly haven't done any hauls because I literally been traveling so much that it's been very hard for me to do that. You'll see that when I get to the art haul later. I've literally got like 3 or 4 months worth of stuff that just kind of piled. It's going to be a long one. This one's going to be a long one too, probably. Partially just because of my love of giving information and things like that. So, and then just because I'm nerdy and rambly. So, you expect this. We both know you expect this. This is how it works. So, anyways, so I'm going to talk about Amoretti. So, if you've not heard of them, and you probably have not, which is okay. Amoretti is a small family-owned company of like 20 some odd years old. And they've been around a while, but they are geared towards the baking industry and the kind of, I would say, really like the gourmet, like small bakeries and industry type of thing. That being said, they do make stuff that any person can buy, like retail-wise, and they actually have some stuff on Amazon. I, however, have really only ordered from the website because before I ordered, I sent, like, they have a contact us. I sent an email, and that's how I met Mai. I would say she's my personal customer service representative, but I'm sure she's a lot of other people's. But she's the one that if I have questions, I will email her and ask. And I ask a lot of questions before I buy stuff, and especially before I buy something for the first time. So depending on the response rate I get and stuff, that kind of varies. But I will say Amoretti's amazing, and like they're really good. If it's like a weekday thing, I always get an answer within like usually a few hours, and they're amazing. So, because I do try and make sure the stuff I get is stuff that I can use, you know what I mean? And that I know what goes in it. I'm nosy. I need it. It's the researcher in me. I need to know. It's the thinking portion. It's that part of my personality. I want to know. And I'm really impressed with them. They're a small company. They make everything in-house as far as I know. I could be wrong. Everything I've asked about, everything that's here is made in-house. Because I have had that, and I will say that does happen, so be aware. I have had that where I order stuff, and because they are a small company and everything is made in-house in their factories, stuff might get delayed by like a couple of weeks because of that. That being said, I freaking love these products. So recently they had their pumpkin spice stuff go on sale, so I placed an order. And I will tell you, they're not paying me to do this. They don't know I'm doing this. I'm just doing this because I like this company. I've used it for almost a year now, and I'm impressed. So there you have it. So saith Shannon. So the first thing I love like milk steamers. I don't like milk by itself, but you put a little flavoring in it, and I'm a happy girl. So I ordered, they have, all their like pumpkin-y flavors on sale around Halloween. And so I had placed an order recently. And so I got the pumpkin spice, and all of theirs, if you order these full-size ones, come with the pump. And on the back here, it will tell you all the nutrition information. But what's really nice is it tells you one pump is 8 milliliters. And per that pump, it's 35 calories, which is fabulous for a syrup, to be honest. And I am a huge fan of the Starbucks pumpkin spice steamer, and that's why I got this, because this is their Crema D pumpkin pie syrup. I got a little sample in a previous order because I had asked for it, and I used it to make pumpkin pie croissants. So I use actual pumpkin in my croissant dough. And then I really wanted it to taste like a pumpkin pie. And so I asked Mai, and she's like, oh, I'll send you a sample. I said, okay. So I put it in there. Well, it wasn't this one specifically. It was actually this industrial compound, which I clearly purchased full size. So that's one of the other things I bought. So I liked it a lot if I bought full size. But I actually tasted that a little bit outside of, putting it in, because I want to know what it tastes like before I put it in. Recognizing that these are ultra concentrated flavorings, so you kind of have to give yourself a minute to like absorb that, but it was so good. It reminded me of the pumpkin spice steamer, and so when I saw this on there on sale, I was like, oh yeah, I'm going to have it all year long. And I know some people are not pumpkin spice fans, but this is amazing. That Crema D pumpkin pie industrial compound, it tastes like pumpkin pie with whipped cream to me. And that to me is kind of what the pumpkin spice steamer tastes like. And I just love it. And I was like, yes, please. So I bought this when she was on sale. And then very evidently, very clearly, I bought the Crema D in the full size. Now their smallest full size is 8 ounces. But it's shelf stable, so it's going to last you a long time. And each of them, they will have like how to use them. All of Amoretti's stuff is used by weight in general for their flavoring compounds. So be aware of that. If you are not a cook or a baker by weight, you can work it out. So you might just want to add in like a teaspoon or a tablespoon or something like that if you're like making this, and you want to use this in like a sugar cookie to make like a pumpkin pie flavored cookie. You could do that, but you could figure it out. But I prefer to bake by weight. Like I convert like regular recipes that are like in cups and stuff to grams because that's just a personal preference. And I really I started doing the farmer's market this summer, if you know. And I've had great success with it. And since actually for the last 3 or 4 years, I've been baking. When I bake by weight. Like when I go home, my mom actually has a scale that is my scale. Like she doesn't use it. I'm the one that uses it when I go home to bake. But nobody complains about it, let me tell you. So anyways, so this is used by 8 to 10% level. So 8 to 10. So like I'm just going to round up. So if your recipe is 100 grams, you'll use it at 8 to 10% level. So no more than 10 grams of that recipe, or 10 grams of this would go into there. And depending on the recipe and the other stuff going on, you might want 8, you might even want 5. So, be very careful. It just depends on how sensitive you are to certain flavors. So if you put too much of this in there, it's going to not taste good. It's going to not taste good. So then I picked up the pumpkin spice industrial compound because I really like cinnamon. And then I realized afterward they had cinnamon industrial spice. And I was like, why didn't I pick that one up? But I know, I'm really happy with this because this will also have the cinnamon, the clove, the nutmeg, and all that good stuff. So, and this is also at an 8 to 10% level. And they do have, like I said, different instructions. So they have for if you want to use it in drinks and things like that. And I dig it, man. I dig it so much. So, and then I picked up their Amoretti pumpkin spice cookie spread. So I actually got this one, and then I got another one for my brother for Christmas. And then I actually got another one of these for my brother for Christmas as well. So he's very spoiled. I don't know what you want me to say. Well, one of my brothers, because I do have 2. But I have one that's really into food like I am, and then one that's like, oh, yeah, that's fine. So I'm trying to think. Oh, I have their Amoretti cookie spread, and I have the graham cracker cookie spread, because I used their graham cracker cookie spread when I made s'mores cream puffs. If you check my Instagram and some of that, and if I remember in this video, I will put pictures in at the end, but I'm not going to guarantee it. Your best way is literally go on my Instagram. Anything you see that's sweet that I posted that's mine, I probably used something from there in it potentially because I like their vanilla bean paste. It's not their vanilla bean paste, but their artisan natural vanilla and their French vanilla compound. But still my heart because McCormick a long time ago used to make a French vanilla flavoring, and that's where I fell in love with that flavor, like that flavor profile. And holy cockadoo, can I just say, oh, thank you for making it. That's all I'm going to say because it's so good in like a sablé or a butter cookie or just, oh, it's so good. Okay. I told you I could wax poetic about this for a while, right? It's because I could. So I bought this, and then just as a side note, I asked for a couple of samples from my customer service rep, and well, she's not really mine. I'm sure I probably could have talked to anybody and asked, but I always ask all my questions, so I always ask her if I can get it if I want a sample. So I wanted to try a sample of the rose compound. Now the compounds are always done at lower percentages. They are more concentrated flavors. And this is at 3 to 5%, and I really want to try making Turkish Delight, so I kind of thought I would try this. And then I've got a cherry blossom, and then I think that's it. So I wanted to maybe try doing a couple of different floral Turkish Delights because my brothers, both of them, think they're English something. And really like traditional Turkish Delights, so I thought, okay, I gotta try. I want to try making it, see how it goes. And like I said, I just love the fact that all this stuff is like shelf stable and it's natural. And then I also asked for a sample of the hot chocolate compound, which is similar to the chocolate compounds. And they have several different kinds of those. I have a couple of them. I really love the white chocolate one. It's not too sweet. It just gives that nice cocoa buttery edge to it. It's really lovely. And then I've got the Swiss chocolate. And I think I have the dark, maybe not. But I have several different ones, and I like to use them for different things. And they're shelf stable, so it's really nice that I can just keep them all lined up in their little cubby hole. So this one has like a little hint of cinnamon in it. That's supposed to be the hot chocolate version. Now, I was going to say I didn't purchase this, but that's a lie. I purchased these, but I purchased these like several months ago. So this is the Artisan Natural line. This is what I was introduced to through in the very beginning. I have a whole bunch of these. I don't have all of them. I'll get there eventually, I'm sure. But I do have quite a few. This is $12.99 to $14.99, depending on the one you get. You can get these on Amazon. They do come prime. You are getting 8 ounces, so it's a lot. The fruit ones, I generally find that they are done about 3 to 5% by weight. Yeah, so it'll tell you use level 3 to 5%. The other flavors, like I have toasted marshmallow and some of those others, like the toasted marshmallow I used in the s'more one, in the s'more cream puff. Fabulous, but you use it at an 8 to 10% level, so they're all different, and even like I said, varying within this, it'll change a little depending on the one. But most of the fruit ones I find are 3 to 5% level generally. I love these. Now, these can be used in ice cream, they can be used in cold or hot applications. I generally use these like with purees to like punch up the flavor, so again, I'm just going to refer to my Instagram right now or my Facebook. So I recently made fruit caramels based off of Jean-Marie Bon, who I really admire, like his chocolates and pastries and stuff. And I was able to dig out and find his caramel raspberry recipe, which again, so good. So I have these on hand. How convenient, right? So it's wintertime though, and the fruit is just not punchy enough. Like it's just not, it's kind of bland right now. You know that because it's coming from like South America or somewhere else so far away that it's just not, it just doesn't taste as good. So I used my fruit and I made purees, and then I would add a little bit of these into it by weight, and I made my fruit caramels that way. So I just want to show you though, these are all natural colorings and all natural flavorings. And it is shelf stable, which is super nice, but you can see, compared to like what you'd buy in the grocery store that's like a blueberry extract or a blueberry essence, like you can see how thick that is. Like you see, it's not quite jammy, but it's pretty thick. It smells so good. But I will say, don't overdo it. Like if you overdo it, it's going to take it to that like weird, like too much level. It's not good, it's not good, it's not good. Now I can't get the lid on. I'm having a moment. But I really like it. And I personally, the fruit caramels I made an apple pie caramel because I used their Artisan Natural apple pie. And I used some applesauce because I had it on hand. And I used unsweetened applesauce because I don't like sweetened applesauces. Or apples are sweet enough. So, and then I made my own blueberry and raspberry purees, and then I did a regular, butterscotch version. And so this is the raspberry, and like you can see, this thing is still almost full, I love this one though. I've used this in like a raspberry balsamic cookie. It's so good. I have this in wild strawberry and blood orange and several other flavors over there. If you're interested in knowing more about them and like what recipes to use them in, I would say check out Amoretti.com. They have a poop ton of recipes. They also have a YouTube channel where they talk about the differences in all their products. I also, again, being nosy, I emailed and asked, and like once I found out Mai was nice enough to answer all my questions, I just always ask her anymore. So I was like, I got your email address. I'll just message you. So that being said, they are amazing customer service wise, which is fantabulous because I'm going to be honest, I love my art products. I've tried contacting direct companies, not Dig Blick, not Jerry's, not Cheap Joe's. Those do amazing customer service. But I have directly tried to contact a couple, and out of the 5 I have tried to contact, 1 has gotten back to me immediately. And I will happily tell you that it's golden. Like, bomb diggity customer service. I would say the other 4 did not. And the funny thing is, I published a video after trying to contact one, and then a year later, conveniently, I get a message from them. So I have some thoughts on that. That being said, it is not the case in regards to this. And I know we're talking about apples and oranges, literally, when we're talking about art supplies versus like a food, a food company. That being said, these guys supply like, micro bakeries and like patisseries and like industry people. So it's really nice that they do make this in retail size for us. I love it. I mean, and I used a lot of this stuff, like I said, when I did my farmers markets over the summer. And I'm so impressed. Like I said, they didn't pay me. I paid them. So for me to make this, this is a damn honest review. So I am so impressed with their stuff. It's so good. This artisan line I've had amazing luck with. There's still more from it I want to buy. They have like maple praline one, and they have the pistachio, but they have a bunch of other ones I still want to get. And they have I don't want to say they have all the odd ones, but they have a bunch of odd ones that I really want to try. Like I have their lychee, I have their blood orange, but I really still want to get the guava. And then they've got like the purple sweet potato. So if you're into the Japanese desserts, they've got it. So that's really nice. They've got wild strawberry. They've got strawberry rhubarb. They've got choke cherry. Is it choke cherry or lignum berry? They've got one of those. They might have both. But I'm impressed. That's all I can say. I'm just going to keep saying that. And to be honest, I'm probably going to order some more. Like hopefully they'll have like a Black Friday deal type of deal. I'm going to say that 3 times apparently. Anyways, I'm impressed, like I said. So if you know of any other companies that are kind of amazing like this, food-wise or art-wise or anything, like, because I consider food to be an art form. So hence it's on this channel. So anyways, let me know in the comments section below. Do me a huge favor, like and subscribe. And I'll talk to you later. I hope you have a wonderful morning, evening, afternoon, whatever it is, wherever you are. I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.